Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 17th Rome Total War Brotherhood battle that I've put onto YouTube. Rome Total War has been going since September 2004, and the Brotherhood clan has been going since January 2005, and is thought to be the most senior and long-lasting clan on Rome Total War. The team I'm in today consists of Brotherhood member Mystique, who has bought the Scipii Roman faction, and RTW player Fallen Satan, who has bought the SPQR faction, and Brotherhood member TR, who has bought the Brutii faction. And myself, Roman Commander, who has bought the SPQR faction. As you can see, all great players in this team, and when you see the players in the other team, I think you'll agree this should be a great battle to watch. For any new players on Rome Total War, if you notice that the experienced RTW players always have a couple of units in open order in front of their main battle line. These open order units are there simply to take the pilas thrown by the other enemy team, and in open order you lose a lot less men to pila strike than you would if they were in close order. So when you do your formations in the future, make sure you always got a couple of units out the front to take the pilas. And here is the other team. This team consists of Brotherhood member Fokker, who has bought the Julii faction, and Brotherhood member Crimson Overlord, also known as Pain, who has bought the Julii faction as well. Brotherhood member Cormac, who has also bought the Julii faction, and Brotherhood member Killer B, as you can see, has also bought the Rome Julii faction. So as you can see, with all these great players in this battle, this should be a really good battle to watch. I've just worked out that with the 7 Brotherhood members in this battle, I think we've got probably getting on for nearly 50 years of combined Rome Total War years experience. So this should be a good battle to watch. Here you can see Brotherhood member Fokker has split his army into 2. He has his main battle army at the front, and he has like his B army or mini army behind his main battle army. And what he usually does is he either holds or attacks with his main battle army, and then he uses his second army to usually flank the enemy, and this is usually a very good tactic. At this stage of the battle on our right, Fokker has tried to attack our teammate Mystique, using his main battle army to actually try and hold Mystique's infantry while he moved his mini army round to her right. But Mystique has actually moved very aggressively here, and instead of actually standing there to let Fokker do that, she's actually moved her army out and her cavalry, and has attacked Fokker's mini army here, with Fallen Satan's cavalry assisting as well. Fokker's going to lose some units here by the looks of it. Yeah, he's got some units routing, and he's going to lose a lot of casualties there as well. As you can see, Killer B's cavalry is coming over to support Fokker now, and our allies should get their cavalry out there pretty quick, or they're going to get routed. Unfortunately, Mist's cavalry there just got hit, and a lot of her cavalry units have just been routed there. So, but she did the right tactic there, and not just standing there to let Fokker move round to her flank. She actually moved very aggressively, moving her infantry over and attacking with the cavalry. It was a good counter move by her. Here on the left, on our left here, you can see that Brotherhood member Cormac with the Julii faction is trying to get round the flank of myself here. So I've moved my army back to counter his move there. It'll be interesting to see what he does next. At this stage of the battle, Brotherhood member Cormac is gone even wider around our left flank, trying to flank my army. So rather than move in and do exactly what he expects me to do, I've decided to attack his army out there on the left flank. You see, I'll move my cavalry over to the left as well, ready to hit. As you can see, Fallen Satan's cavalry is coming over as well to give me some assistance. As I'm going to attack Cormac's army now. As you can see though, Killer B is moving his infantry over on my right flank there, along with his cavalry. So I'm very aware there that my right flank is exposed to Killer B's cavalry and infantry attack. So I'm going to move back a little bit, as I don't want to get hit by that cavalry coming in there. And as Cormac is seeing me moving back now, this is a great move by Cormac. He's now going to charge his cavalry in. So I am now going to attack his cavalry with my infantry here, and I'm going to charge my cavalry in at the same time as well. But all the time, if you notice, the Brotherhood member Killer B's Julii army are moving in on my right flank. I'm hoping that Fallen Satan is going to send some infantry over to actually counter Killer's attack, or I'm going to be in a bit of trouble here, and I'm going to have to pull my army back. As I say, Fallen Satan's bringing some infantry over now and is charging his cavalry in to relieve my right flank there. And my cavalry are actually holding Cormac's attack to my front there. And a couple of my cavalry units have routed now, but it's worth it to actually hold Cormac's attack on my infantry. As you see now, I'm charging my infantry into Killer B's infantry along with Fallen Satan's cavalry. Now I'm going to bring my infantry back to actually face Cormac's army who's coming in now. On our left flank, things are looking quite bad at the moment, because as you can see, Cormac's and Killer B's armies are ready to strike there. This could be a bit awkward on this flank. Fallen Satan's army is still pretty well intact there, though. He's still got nearly all his units, so we should be okay. Here on our right, we have Brotherhood member Crimson and Fokker's army, plus elements of Killer B's army here as well, fighting Mystique's and TR's army here on our right. As you can see, there's a lot going on in the battlefield at the moment. Over on our far left, you can see Cormac and some of Killer B's army trying to flank us still over on our far left. But here in this area, as you can see, Fokker and Crimson are both attacking Mystique's and TR's infantry. As you can see there, I've brought my cavalry over there, and I'm going to charge my cavalry into the enemy team there now. Hoping it's going to make a few of the units rout. And bang, as you see the cavalry go in there, it's routed some of their units. Now what I'm going to do is, rather than pull my cavalry back, I'm going to take my cavalry on through the enemy lines to hopefully get behind their fighting infantry here. So if I can get my cavalry out to the rear of the enemy and get in behind them, that would be a good thing for us. As you can see, the battle is still very intense here. The enemy Julii infantry up against our Scipii and Brutii armies there. As you can see, I've got my cavalry out to the rear of the enemy now, and with a view to charge in into the rear of the fighting enemy infantry when I get out far enough. As I say, it's extremely intense here between Julii and our Brutii and Scipii allies there. It could be pretty tough to say who's going to win this at the moment. There. And as you can see, my cavalry now are charging in behind the enemy lines with a view to smash into the rear of the fighting Julii infantry. And if I can hit them hard enough, I think I could rout quite a few of their units here. And as you can see, my cavalry is charging in. Yeah, and the charge impact there has caused loads of the enemy Julii infantry to rout. There. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cavalry on through into my friendly infantry, rather than try pulling them back into the enemy infantry that are still there. That way I'll lose less cavalry. So that cavalry charge seems to rout a lot of the Julii infantry there. But behind us you'll see that Cormac is still coming in with his army, and you've got Pain or Crimson Overlord here over to our right with his Julii army there as well. So things are still in the balance at this stage, and it could still go either way. As you can see, Cormac there is attacking my my infantry there, and over on our from this angle over on our right, you can see that Crimson Overlord's Julii army is still waiting there to attack at any time. To our left, you can see that Killer B's army is rallying, and he's bringing his rallied infantry units and cavalry units back into the battle as well. So at the moment, things could still go either way at this moment, I feel. As you can see now, I've decided that I'm going to attack Cormac's army with my infantry now. I'm attacking his infantry with my infantry. I've actually got a unit over to my left there, if you notice there, protecting my left just in case Crimson decides to try and charge into my left flank. I move my cavalry over to the right as well, with a view to charge into Cormac's infantry when I feel it's right to do that. And you can see my cavalry is charging in now, with a view to try and rout some of Cormac's infantry there. And as you can see, they're charging in and routing some of the units as well. Killer B, Crimson Overlord with his Julii infantry are coming in on our left. And I noticed that TR moved a unit over there just at the right time to block and slow down Crimson's infantry for coming over to my left flank. That was a great move by TR. He sacrificed that unit, but it slowed it down, slowed the enemy army down long enough for us to get reinforcements in there. And as you can see, a lot of the Julii units are starting to rout now.
Now he flees the field like a coward.
So it looks very much like at this stage of the battle that the battle is going our way at this time. As you can see, Fallen Satan's infantry is still there, almost completely intact, and it's just kind of just waiting to see where to strike. And I see he's moving his infantry over now. So I would think, as you can see, the battle is pretty well won for our team. But there were so many great moves going on in that battle, because you've got so many great players in this game. I just hope that I've managed to catch all the great moves. You'll probably see when you watch the battle, you'll probably see a lot of moves that are going on around the around the edges of what I'm actually filming, where there's so much going on. It's kind of difficult to catch everything here.
Killed. Fear makes a home in our enemy's
and as you can see, there's the last few units of Fokker's Julii infantry left, who I feel sure will rout soon. It's a really great battle to be in. So many great players.
Victory from her.
Just like to say, this was a really great battle to be in. If you just look at all the players in this game, there are literally years of RTW experience here. And when you watch the battle, you'll see loads of really great moves and tactics from all the players in the game. And that's what made this, I think, a great game to watch. So this is Spartan Commander saying, I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I look forward to seeing you soon. So goodbye for now.